until high school, he was my best friend. We got to just about everything. We'd go to my Aunt and Papa's house on the weekends, and we would just get in trouble like normal kids. That was our time. We got to go to church. We learned a lot. Stuff that we didn't get at home. We did not have parental guidance. As long as we weren't in jail, as long as we weren't in trouble, she didn't care. She never cared. From about Thanksgiving of 2015, things started to go really, really bad. He was having a lot of turmoil. Him and his wife were having issues. A lot of it was due to him using. And he would say, she just wouldn't stop texting me. His mom would text him and say, hey, I've got a bowl. Hey, I've got this. And his wife would say, stop, just stop. And he didn't want to. On January 6th, my husband woke up to go to work at 4 a.m. It's his birthday, and I send him off to work. At 5 a.m., my mom starts calling. I haven't talked to her in years. Every once in a while I'll read a text, but we just don't communicate like we should. And I remember thinking, if it's important, she'll text me. She'll call me right back. And she called me right back. And it was, Lacey, this is your mom. Your brother called me and he's been shocked. And for the next 6 days, we're under the impression that we don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. We get to the hospital in Clinton, and they say that his face is too extreme for them to be able to do anything. So they send us to Presbyterian, which is in the OU part. And at 10 a.m., OSBI shows up to question his mom. And they put a hold on him. And we're not allowed to see his body. Like, we can't see him. We don't know if he's living. We don't know if he's going to die. We just know he's been shot in the face, and it was traumatic. By 1 o'clock, they finally let us see him, and that was the last time we got to see him until midnight. He went in for surgery and had to have the roof of his mouth replaced. He has no cartilage left in his nose, and he lost 2 teeth. At one point, when I was talking to him while he was at Dewey County, he said, you know, I lost the love of my life, and I just don't think I wanted to live anymore. And he tried to shoot himself. He doesn't remember, for the most part. He was in a medically induced coma because to try to get it all straightened out and worked out, and he was so addicted to pain pills. They had him on maxed out medications, and he was still coming through this medically induced coma. And they could not keep him knocked out. They couldn't. And he would wake up and fight and then just pass back out. And wake up and fight and pass back out. On the 8th, we found out that Dewey County and OSBI had dropped a murder charge. They were saying that my brother shot his wife and then shot himself, which we were still hoping that somehow that wasn't the case. And on January 9th, they decided to wake him up. And I was there, and my aunt was there, and he remembers us being there, but he doesn't remember everything else. And he remembers Angela telling him to stop, stop. He had a ventilator, and he had tubes, and he had just hoses everywhere. And I was like, if you stop fighting this, if you stop, I'll let my kids come visit you. My kids haven't been in school because we didn't know if you were going to live or die. And he stopped. And then Angela came in and told him to stop, and he stopped. On January 10th, he was booked in to Oklahoma County Jail for murder. For the next 10 months, we would go in and out of court, and in and out of court. And it is a very long, drawn-out process. Murder charges are even longer than any other charge. That's what I've gathered from working at a sheriff's office. And for the first 6 months, he didn't remember anything. He didn't know why he was in jail. He didn't know what happened. He woke up asking where his wife was. He didn't know. And around 6 months, they were able to get him, my aunt and my Nana Papa were able to get him a better attorney than an Boyd's appointed attorney. And they started showing him crime scene pictures. And that's how he remembers it. And he says sometimes he wonders if maybe his memories are just from seeing these pictures. If it's just made up, like somebody went in and took pictures and that's what he's supposed to remember, because he doesn't remember it happening exactly the way that the reports made it seem like it did. And it really, really bothers him to know that that's how he remembers her now. That's how he remembers his wife. There's these crime scene pictures. On Thanksgiving, we were all sitting around, and he calls. And we had heard by his mom that he was going to take a deal, and we asked him. And I put it on speaker, and I was like, Lane, you said you were taking a deal to somebody else. Are you taking a deal? And he said, yeah. I mean, if this is what I did, this is my life now. I mean, what can you do? He made his bed, and now he's going to have to lay in it. Part of this is, I know I may never get the truth out of him. He may remember now. We may never know what happened that night, because there are 3 sides to every story. His side, her side, and the blurring between the two. I can't imagine. I can't. If it's fear of what we would all do if he told us what really happened that night, I don't know how I would handle telling somebody. I got high, and I blacked out. I don't remember what I was doing, and I shot the love of my life, and then had to shoot myself because I don't know what else to do. I don't know if I would be strong enough to tell people that. I don't know if I could tell my family. Another thing is we're constantly having to put money on his books and the phone. Like, this is another life we're having to help support for the next 25 years. I mean, that's a burden. I have 3 kids, and to make sure that he has everything he needs, we all kind of rally together to make sure he's not in there and alone with nothing. If he has to do his full 25, I'll be 55, and he'll be 51 years old. The next time I'll get to see my brother outside of prison, we'll be able to file for retirement and be part of AARP. And my kids will all be grown. They'll be 37, 35, and 33. They'll have kids of their own. They can go visit once or twice a month, but that's how they're going to get to know him. That's it. I finally got to go see him the other day, and he said that Xanax and meth are the 2 little monsters that ruined his life. It took him a year in county and 4 months in state prison to finally be able to get to a point in his sobriety where he can say that, where he can say, this is what put me here. This is what made me do the actions that I did that night. Because that wasn't my brother. My brother, sober, never fought his own battles. He just stood there. He was 6'4" and 250 pounds of love for everybody, for kids, for everybody. And if he saw somebody getting picked on, he always stood up for them. Like that was my brother. And to stand there and try to argue with people on Facebook or in person about he's murdered, he deserves to die, which it was all over Facebook. He deserves to die. He deserves to rot in hell. He won't make probation. He won't. He'll get his before it ever comes around. He ever steps foot at Free Man again. And that's not my brother. My brother made a bad decision one night, and it's cost him the next 25 years of his life. But on this, our mom started a bunch of methed out drama on Facebook, which caused a lot of turmoil between our family and his wife's family. And in a time when we could have been able to be there for each other because they had just lost their daughter, their sister, their niece, their aunt, their cousin, we weren't able to be there because his mother. And my aunt and I have reached out, and there are pictures of Cassie's balloon release that we did the week after her birthday in memory of her. And they don't wish him death. There are people that wish him death, but they know him. And he lost a family, the mother that he finally wanted. That was his mother-in-law. He finally had a mom that would take care of him, that showed him the kind of love that a mother's supposed to show. And he lost that by killing her daughter. And I have 25 years. He has 25 years. But they have a lifetime of never getting to hold her again. They have a lifetime of never getting to hear her voice, or to see how she's going to age, or to talk to her about the latest Facebook craze that Starbucks is having. They can't talk about the season finale of Walking Dead or anything. They get nothing because he got high. His addiction took her. We found out that on January 6th, she was supposed to move back in with her parents so that they could separate. And they set it up. They started creating her room and her life so that she could move back in. And he took that from them. I know addiction. It's been around me my entire life. And you may sit here and say, that would never happen to me. I was born in Rutherford and raised in Clinton. I graduated from Clinton. I worked at the sheriff's office. This happened to me. You can't... I never thought it would. I never thought I would be dealing with my brother being in jail for his addiction because of bad decisions. That's something really hard to deal with. You want to love your brother and you want to be there for him, but he took a life. Like he took somebody else's baby. And there's the real. They don't hate him. They've forgiven him. I don't think he'll ever forgive himself. And that's something he has to deal with too, is knowing that she's gone because of him.
Thank you.